Hey guys who are watching, hello. Just doing some more technical things and then we'll start. I'm just getting it so I can see all your chats. For some reason OBS isn't showing me your chats. And I don't know what that is. Because I went on YouTube and there were clearly people talking, so I'm not sure what that's about. I will find out. Come on. There we go. I can now see the chat on my OBS. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. And I can also see it on Twitch and on YouTube now. There we go. It's all working. Sorry about the wait, guys. Hello. Merry Christmas. Just gonna give it another couple of minutes. Oh, I can hear myself. Give me a second. Need to get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give us another couple of minutes or so, just so we can, if there's any latecomers in, they can sort of join us. Also, still trying to work out OBS. How is everyone anyway? Are we all good? We all good? Hey everyone, I was just selecting another mic setting, just making sure everyone can hear me. I don't know if I clicked the wrong one. Hello Ollie. Compositing, eh? Nice. Glad we're all working. We're all working. Although I think I'm pretty much done until New Year now. So this is which isn't a lot. Like I'm doing this right now for you guys, but well, also something I need to do anyway. But I thought you guys can join in. Yeah. Me too, man. I also need a new computer. This thing it was fine, and then when I started doing bigger projects, because for those of you who don't know, I'm an animator. I'm a freelance animator, and I do a lot of like corporate videos and stuff like that. That's my main job. I also do this as well, and that needs a lot of processing power sometimes. My iMac's like well over 10 years old. It's just not doing what it should do, really. And then I started doing the streaming stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's just streaming, right? Surely it doesn't need that much power. But my God, I've had such a faff with trying to do streaming on a Mac. It's ridiculous. So I've even got RAM in my Mac. I've got RAM in it. I paid. That was the first thing I did when I went freelance. I was like, right, I'm getting some RAM for this bloody thing because it needs to be better. And It's great and all, but it still runs sometimes. It just really, really struggles. I actually don't know what I've got. Ollie just said he's got 64 gigabyte. I don't know what I've got. I'm going to have a look quickly. Give me a second, guys. So I'm doing this just to see if anybody else wants to join us very shortly. Hopefully. I will start very soon, everybody. How much RAM have I got in this? Really? You can't upgrade new Macs? That's bollocks. I think mine's 64, but I had to upgrade mine, so there you go. So it was probably on something. I think it was something bad. I think it was like 32. I think it was 32, and I added another 32 RAM to it. So the new ones have them built in, I guess. But yeah, there you are. What I might do, everybody, is I might start. If people come in, I might start again. But we gotta get going. It is now like, you know, nearly 20 past 7. I want to crack on. I want to get this done for about 9 o'clock. So here we go. Let's start. And if you really need me to repeat myself, I'll do that. But we need to crack on, I think. Okay, rather than just talking about Macs and how they're a bit rubbish in terms of RAM and stuff. Don't want to get into that. Hi guys. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me just start the stream. There we go. Hello everybody. I have to do that, you see. Yes, we're not Ollie, we're going to stop talking about Macs. No, we're not going to moan about a Mac on my stream right now. We got to move on. Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my final festive stream of the year. How we doing? We're good. Normally, I've been doing like draw. Well, this is the first stream that isn't drawing requested characters. We're not doing that today. What we're going to be doing instead is you're going to be joining me as I draw an illustration of Warrior Klaus. Every year, it's sort of become a tradition that I end up posting on Christmas Day, end up posting on my socials an illustration of Warrior Klaus. It sort of became a thing because I was trying to get this done, this comic, and I never did because I'm a bit rubbish. No, it's just because things just kept getting in the way. And this is the first year I finally actually did a comic for Klaus. So what I ended up doing as a sort of like a sort of like, you know, I'll make up for it by doing this. I've been doing an illustration of Klaus instead, which I might do as prints or something at some point. I don't know. It depends if people want it. I don't know if people want any of that or not. But for now, they're just illustrations I do every year, and I've kind of digging it. I think that's what I'm going to be doing really every year if I can help it. But this is obviously the first year I'm going to do it in front of an audience of people. So, you know. Hello, here we are. Right. For those of you who don't know what Warrior Klaus is, Warrior Klaus is a warrior Father Christmas. That's pretty much it. That sums it up. And he fights demons, monsters that evil sends out, so he can get all the gifts to all the kids around the world. It's Father Christmas with monsters that he has to fight, basically. Here's the comic that my friend Simon Holmes wrote and I drew. It was based originally on a Christmas card that I drew ages ago. That's where he originally came from. He was originally I wonder, actually. Do I have it here? I might even have it in this drawer right here. This could be fun. Oh, I bet I don't have it, though. Not to tease you all. Oh, maybe I don't. That's what I should have done. I tell you what, at some point I'll find the original sketch I did of Klaus, like Warrior Klaus. This was years ago. The character's been around for quite a while. I just haven't really done anything with it. And and he was a really buff dude. He didn't have his top on. It was that kind of thing. A lot sexier. And then I made him a bit more grubby and old. But the next year, I then did a Christmas card, and that was what originally it was. It was just a Christmas card that I was sending out to people of Warrior Klaus fighting a monster. That was what it was. And I really wanted to do a comic, and I kept meaning to do a comic. And then my friend Simon Holmes, I used to work with him at a store. He said he'd come up with this idea for a story, and I was like, "Well, I'm doing mine." I was like, "I'm doing my story," and then it turned out I didn't. I could never get it done, and I did a little short comic in the end that year, which you could read on Instagram. It's still there, so and that's free. So if you want to go and check it out, it's free on my Instagram somewhere. But I was like, no, I need to do this story that Simon wrote, and he showed me the script, and I was like, absolutely, we're doing this. So, and that's what this is today. Warrior Klaus the Gift is called. Giving it the subtitle The Gift because we want to do more, or I want to do more, and we'll see where it goes. But that's it really. That's a very quick, very very rushed description of what Warrior Klaus is. If you haven't grabbed yourself a copy, I am still selling these over on my Etsy store. Until the 31st of December. Once that hits, that's gone. No more Warrior Klaus until next year. So if you want to grab yourself a copy, I've got a few left. Go head over to my Etsy store. That's Ben Allen Inc with a K. I haven't got a link in front of me, but if you type it into Etsy, it'll come up. Just to give you a little sneak, there it is. Look at that. So this is the size of the comic. This is first page here. I'm just going to show you a few pages. So this is kind of what the comic looks like. So, yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out, and it was printed really nicely in the end. Mix'em, a really good printer. I want to get a sticker of them so I can have them somewhere on my drawing board. But they're very good. They've been great. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to show you is this page and this page. Well, these two pages. And then that is it, guys. So that's Warrior Klaus. So if you want to go and check it out, go grab yourself a copy on my Etsy store, please. And I just want to say, while I'm here, if people, anybody's watching who has bought a copy already, or people are watching back at this from this and have bought a copy, thank you so much for the support already. I've had some tremendous support from people buying this, and it means a lot because this is my first comic that I've actually produced, a physical comic. I've done like comic pages digitally and stuff. But this is the first time I've actually got something in print that I'm selling. So thank you all for doing that. Sorry, I realise it's because I keep forgetting I've got two cameras. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. Warrior Klaus, really appreciate it. Also, while we're here, as a little treat for you guys, I would like to show you. Would you like to see? It's a bit tight, so I'll be honest. But here is some of the original pages. So. There is page 1. Obviously, you can see it's a lot different because obviously I drew it like that, but I really want him to be a lot smaller and make the bag that he's holding a lot more, a lot bigger. So you can see there, look, he's tiny. He's tiny. But originally, yeah, I drew him like in full like that, and inked him as well, digitally. So you got the first page there. There's another page here. Look at that. And there's the third and final page that you saw that I was showing you earlier. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of pages. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool as well. I'm not going to show you everything, but also, if you have the book already, there is actually a different final page that I did. Because I can probably show you that. There's the final page. It's very roughly drawn, but that's the final page right there. Which, for those of you who've got the book, already know. I feel like I can show you this anyway because you're not really seeing much. You're just seeing it as a sort of live stream sort of footage, and it's kind of quick, But that's all the pages. There you go. Yeah, there is a final alternate page that I've got as well because I decided I didn't want to use that page in the end. But I drew it out. I drew it in pencil. I drew the page that I wanted to use. And then I was like, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't seem to work story-wise. So in the end, I ended up drawing a whole new page that very night. And that's what you saw there. It's very rough, but, you know, it sort of did the job, and then I can actually, you know, go and sort it out digitally in the end. That was a lot of digital, what do you call it, like post-production on that image, I guess. What I was going to say is, if you don't know already, you might do, I don't know, I have a Patreon. I don't really advertise it that often, just because, I don't know why I don't, to be honest. But I have a Patreon, and on my Patreon I'm going to be putting the pencil pages, those pages, high-res scans of them, so you can see them and check them out for yourself, including the alternate ending podcast, the alternate ending page. So you'll see, yeah, well, it's not calling it an alternate ending. It's not an alternate ending. It's just a different page. It's the same ending. It's just different angle, different, you know, elements to it. So if you want to go and check that out, please go and check out my Patreon. I think it's from like $2 a month, and you'll get access to those pages for $2. So yeah, if you want to give me some more support, please do. But you don't have to. I just thought I'd bring that up while I'm here. The full pencil sketch pages will be available for you to check out, including a commentary by myself as well. Haven't decided if it's audio, video, or just written yet, but basically you'll get a commentary for the pages of my process and stuff as well. Shall I stop yammering and let's draw? Yeah, let's draw. Right. So, let me just get that out of the way. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing sort of rough, depends how I feel, to be honest, but I'll be drawing the originally a pencil sketch. Let me just get some card first. Sorry, I'm a bit I've got a load of Christmas presents around me for other people, of course. How are we all doing? We're doing all right. Chat's a bit quiet. I just want to make sure everybody's good. So, I have an idea. It's not. It's a little illustration, because that's the thing. I want to get this done in by about 9 o'clock, and that means everything. So we're going to do pencil sketch, and then I'll do the pencil sketch, and then I'm going to scan it into the computer, and then we're going to go into Photoshop, and then we're going to draw the illustration in full. What I kind of want to do is Klaus just sitting in the snow with his sword, almost like, and he's a bit bruised and battered, like he's just been fighting for a while. And he's just taking a quick break from all this. So that's my plan. That's what I want to do. So we're going to do that. Yeah, if you can share this stream, please do. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I've shared it where I can, but I don't know if many people have looked at it because algorithm stuff. But yeah, if you can share it, or if you're watching on YouTube, give it a like. That does help. But yeah, let's go. Let's go for it. Like I said, this is a bit of a loosey-goosey situation, because I don't actually know what I'm gonna. I haven't even decided on a pose yet. It's gonna be kind of, like I said, a bit rough. I think I already hate this. This is what I mean. It's like, oh dear, I think that's a terrible one. See, hated that immediately. So we're gonna just swap that over. If I have to erase, I will erase, but for now I'm going to try and see if I can get away with just, you know, just doing it right. Take a swig of water. Weirdly enough, I haven't drawn Klaus in a while. Like quite a few months. So it's trying to remember things. Like the way the neck move is. Like, does he have a neck? This is the thing I can't remember. Like I said, this is going to be a bit rough, guys, because I will be taking it into the computer anyway. So I can't even remember what his sword looks like. What does his sword look like? My memory is terrible. I can't even remember. I'm checking the book without you looking, because just in case you haven't bought the copy and you haven't seen it yet. I don't want to, and also don't want to spoil it. Don't want to spoil the book. You know what? No, I don't want that there. Hey Rob, my friend Rob is on the Twitch stream, chat. So I'm gonna just move this wire out of the way because I don't need that. Hang on a sec. There we go. Back in. Yes, I can actually see that thing. Rob, I'm gonna be drawing a Warrior Klaus illustration for Christmas. So that's what I'm doing. No requests today. It's just you guys joining in, if you're cool with that. Joining in as I do a Warrior Klaus illustration for Christmas Day. And what I'm doing, if anybody else has joined in, for what I'm doing is I'm going to be drawing Warrior Klaus, the illustration from sketch to final image in Photoshop and all that other jazz, and you're going to join me. So that's the plan, and I want to try and get it done for about 9 o'clock. So a bit tight, but that's the deadline I've set myself. We'll see. But that's why it's going to be a bit rougher, because we're going to see I'll be doing more like drawing, so to speak, when I get into Photoshop. I also thought about like doing it more like he's taking a break, because we've had a comic, you know, I've drawn a comic, so I almost feel like I'm taking a break from him, because it's like, you know, I spent quite a while drawing him, and now it's like, we're done now, Klaus. You can have a break. I'm not sure I'm getting what I want from this figure though, so I may redraw it. Got time, haven't we? Yeah. I'm thinking if I can get it done within an hour. It's not working the way I want it to. Happens sometimes. It even happens when I do commissions for people. You'll see that there's on the back an a sketch that wasn't working for me, so it's sort of like thrown out. So technically, if you get a sketch from me, sometimes you get two. One that I think is awful, but you know what? If people like it or are happy with it, you know, you get two. I'm gonna move these that way. There we go. Let me just look up something. Just look up some poses. Don't be ashamed to use reference, guys. Do not be ashamed to use reference. I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm getting the pose I want. Yeah, I know what I want. I want him to be more drooped down, so I want it to be more like, if I can get... What I'm going to do, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to draw the figure as it is, and then I'll do some shrinking and all kinds of stuff when I've got it all sorted out. But what I want him is more hunched down like this. So... yeah, I agree, Rob. On Twitch, yes, it is. Even when you felt like I felt the face looked good, I was really happy with it. But it's like it's not working. And although this is, as I said, quite loose, I still want to get the figure and stuff right, because once it gets in there, I'm onto the computer. I'm going to be doing a bit more. You know, I want it to be more detailed. I want to focus on the detail as opposed to the figure itself. So if the figure is still a bit, you know, not quite there, that's more time I'm spending on it. And like I said, I want to get this done roughly to a quick standard. I always think when I'm drawing Klaus, I always draw the eyebrows first. Yeah, Rob, I tend to work physically. Most of the time I work physically first. Because I've never been able to get the habit of trying to... I can't draw just digitally. It's really difficult. I find it really hard. So 9 times out of 10, that's not entirely like, you know, I don't always do it this way, but like 9 times out of 10, yeah, I usually draw it. I usually draw it in pencil first. It's a way I'm comfortable with, you know. So if I can help it, I tend to do that first. Oh, it's so annoying. I got that. Yeah. Yeah, it would be better to cut out the middleman, Ollie. Like, I mean, you just said you tend to draw in pencil first before you do digital, but it's hard. I just find it really difficult. I can see why people do it, but yeah, I just can't. I can't. Yeah, that's exactly the same with me, Ollie. As you're going to see, it's exactly the same. I'll do it like when I draw on a computer, it's going to look different. Like right now, it's very rough. Like, very rough. But that's kind of what I wanted. It's just like a rough sort of like thing. Like there's like so many different lines. I can tell the shape. It probably looks very confusing. I don't mean it to, but I can tell what shape this is going to be in. I just need to just get on with it for now. Get it out of the way. That hand is wrong though. Like I said, I do try to get it to a certain degree where it's fine. Tell you what I'm going to do. I don't like the hand that way. So I'm going to have him hold the handle instead, I think. Like that. There we go, like that. Here's going to be super rough, guys. Apologies. Kind of hoping it might be a bit less rough, but... Thank you, that's very, very kind, Ollie. Switch into YouTube. I don't mind. I've got all the chat in one place because what I've done is on OBS I've got it so I've got both YouTube and Twitch on one side, so I can just see it all there as one row. So I'm good. So don't you worry. Don't do it for the sake of me. You're absolutely fine. Do whatever you feel is comfortable. Oh, sorry, I said Ollie. I meant Rob. Rob switched to YouTube. But like I said, please don't worry. It's not a problem. Not an issue at all. I'm still trying to work out what is the best option here because it's like I'm streaming on both, but like sometimes I get more traction on Twitch or YouTube. It sort of switches. I can't remember what it is. I think it's like that. Do you remember? But I can't even remember the design of some of the character. Sometimes. I may change my mind about having his leg like that. I was thinking cross-legged, but I kind of want him to still take up some more revenue on the page. And I think if he's cross-legged, he's just going to sort of, you know... But I might move the leg this way. This is what I'm going to be doing digitally. I'll be moving some parts and stuff like that. Almost like doing a collage. I'll be taking the bits that I've cut up and stuff. Again, you're going to probably look at it and go, you could just do it digitally, but it's just something about it. It's the feel of the pencil, and I feel like I find it easier to plan out the drawing in pencil than I do on a computer. I just really do. I struggle to do it the same way on a computer. So like that. There we go. And now it's a bit more like this. There you go. There we go. That's kind of what I want. Something like that. And you got the cave in the background. It's very loosey-goosey, but you get the idea. A bit snow. Don't know what happened there. What happened there? So I'm just looking at the thing. Ever thought about it? Oh, Ollie, sorry, I just read what you said about having guest ice. Absolutely, I would love to do that, because I'm thinking, like, I swear I keep saying this every stream, I don't mean to, but one of my favourite shows ever is a show called Man Ben, which is Naoki Urasawa, who's a mangaka. He comes on to the show, hosts it. I say Naoki Urasawa is a mangaka. He's one of the best mangakas ever. He's one of my favourites. I love him so much. But he does a show for NHK in Japan called Man Ben, which is where he gets an artist from the world of manga, and they film the guy or girl person over the course of a project or a page or whatever. Like this, they film them like this, and they're working and stuff, and then later on they get the footage and they discuss it together. And I love that. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream, because I look at that, and what I find therapeutic, what I really like, is I enjoy just watching people draw. Like, it's just something I like doing. So I kind of wanted to do that too. So the whole point of this is, like, if you want to watch me draw, like, properly, like, sit there and watch me intently, that's totally fine. But what I want from these streams is for people to just have it on in the background, you know? Because that's what I do with Man Ben. It's just I have it on the background because it's just nice, especially if I'm working. Just sort of like, you know, watching someone work as I work. And I think that's probably the same with you, Ollie, because I see you said you were compositing and stuff like that, so you're doing some work yourself. And that's just, I like that. Give me a second, guys. I'm just checking something. So to answer your question, Ollie, yes, I would like to maybe have guests on at some point. Keep the show fresh, kind of thing. We'd really like that. Good, nice one, Rob. Nice one. Getting set up for painting, for mini painting. Are you going to stream that, or do you mean just doing it as a hobby? Cool either or. I was just wondering. Right. That'll do. It's very rough, but you get the idea. So we're going to take that, I think, going to take that into... Oh, hang on. That's a bit weird. And I'll do some tweaking here and there. So, I'm going to take this. God, sorry. Right. Stop. Stop. Right. I'm going to take this into Photoshop. I'm going to go from there. So, in the meantime, guys, because I need to scan it in, get yourself a glass of water, have a drink. Sorry, water. Any drink. Just sit back, relax for a bit, and I'll be right back. So, I will see you very shortly. Where's my mouse? There we go. So, I'll be right back. So, stay tuned. Hello everybody. Can you all hear me? All back to normal. Sorry it took a while. Just seeing what everyone's saying. I'm just going to check the comments quickly just to say, you know, hello and all that. Yeah, Rob, I think it's a good idea. I think it might like encourage. Sorry, I was just seeing about you saying about streaming. It's encouraging, right? I was doing it for what's been really good about doing these streams is for me is encouraging me to do a lot more sketching and stuff. Like I used to do it all the time anyway, but I just sort of stopped. So it's nice to actually start doing it again. Eiko Hagino, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Very kind. I don't know if you're still on the stream. If you are, hi. And it's weird that you say about all the, currently working on drawing tasks and watching this making the otherwise tedious process feel much less boring and lonely. That's exactly why I do it. That's exactly why I do it. I just said it. I just said earlier. It's like, it's nice. You're sort of watching people work while you work. It's kind of like you feel like you're in the sort of, you're both working together, That's kind of why I wanted it to just be something on in the background. Right, it is now 8 o'clock. I'm going to crack on with this. So, give me a second. Right. So I'm doing this on my drawing screen, my Cintiq, my Wacom Cintiq. Right. So what I tend to do is oh God. The annoying thing is, right, I don't know, can you see the... Hang on, let me bring it back onto the... Oh my God. This is the only frustrating thing, right, when doing this. Because it constantly insists on having certain screens... there we go. I don't know if you can see my new layer window, but for some reason it was on my other screen. It was on my big screen, which is very, very annoying when I wanted it right in front of me. Right, so I'm going to call this guide. And this is my sketch layer. I'm going to do another one, which is just layer 1 is fine. No, I'll name it. Sorry, page. By the way, I am notoriously bad at not naming my layers, so I'm trying to be on my best behaviour when I'm in front of you guys and actually naming the layers. Because it does make sense, I just can't be asked sometimes, But no, gotta do it. Right, so let me do a bit of what I was saying earlier about collage stuff. So I'm thinking... let's see here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to sit and resize some bits and pieces. So give me a second. It's so easy to do, right? You just don't... Why would you name things? I'm just going to move my keyboard here. Because the only thing is I've never done this with a mic right in front of me. And so now I'm like, oh, how do I get the... There we go. Right, so hopefully now... So if we do it so like that, I think the legs should be more like this. So it's sort of like more of a side thing. We can have his like trouser cape thing. I don't even know what I'd call it. I didn't know. I just made him. I didn't know what the outfit was. In fact, actually, I'll show you as well because later on I do this thing as well where I'm a very lazy boy. So this was the page of my Instagram comic for Warrior Klaus, and you can see here, there he is. But the reason I got it up is so one, I can see the whole costume in front of me. And I don't really have a character reference sheet. Normally, if I was doing, like, say I was working on a comic with another writer or something like that, I probably would. This is already an established design, so it's kind of just like, I just reuse that. And it was also trying to get it done quickly. But for the comics that I'm coming up with very soon, I will have character reference sheets so the writer can look at it too. And also, that means I will have the color coding and stuff like that all down the side. But for now, I just do this. Take everything away. See, I didn't name any layers here. None of the 8 layers are named here. This is... So down here, take the effects off. There's his colours. Done. That's the colours I will use, and then I'll do a sort of blending options thing later. But you'll see as I go along. Right. So, I'm not going to do... Warrior Klaus is not going to be this size. Because I want Warrior Klaus to be smaller on the page. I really like doing that with Klaus. Like, he's a big dude when you see him, but I kind of want it to be like... he's always like alone and lonely, you see, doing his work. So I kind of want him to be smaller. And you'll see I'll put him in a sort of like, probably about here. Like that. Like there, I'd say. In fact, I might even move him downwards a bit more. So he's like... So we've just got like a lot of just negative space. I quite like that. Sorry, I will actually get onto the actual drawing very soon. That's better. So you can see it's sort of like this weird sort of mishy-mashy type thing, almost like making a collage but out of a drawing that I've already done. So that's what I'm doing. Right. I think we should get on with some line art. So I'm going to name this layer line. I'm going to use my favourite brush from Kyle T. Webster, Sexy Sumi. Sex, there you go. Right, and then I sort of do about 12, I'd say. Let's get 12. Make sure the pressure sensitivity's on. Lower the... Oop, wrong one. Lower the opacity on the guide for a bit so you can see it. Let's get in there. Let's get in there, guys. And as usual, because that's just how I draw him, I like to draw his eyebrows first. Oh, he's on... Oh, whoops. Make sure it's a black ink. That's weird. Why is it so... Give me a second, guys. Just want to make sure the DPI is alright and stuff. Yeah, it is. That's odd. I wonder why that is. Very strange. Just looked a bit... Oh well. Yeah, that looks better. That was weird. Maybe it was just something to do with my screen then. Yeah, I always think it's like important with him. It's always the eyebrows first, and they've got to look. Once those eyebrows look good, then I know I can move on. It's just become a thing I do. Oops. Yeah, Ollie, I'm normally terrible at naming my layers as well. But with client work, I really try not to. It's just a habit that I have, but... yeah, Rob, it does. I think it's sort of like if you've been drawing a character so much, it's like... Especially with this, because I think it's because with Klaus in particular, there's so much of his look is in his eyebrows and his beard, but it's the eyebrows mainly. It's like that was when I was drawing him. I just wanted to make because I didn't want to draw him eyes. He's got no eyes. That's the whole point. No eyes. But he has eyes. You just don't see his eyes. It's like when I draw my little image of myself. I don't because I've got such tiny eyes that I just don't. I just think it's funnier just to not draw it. Just to, remove the eyes entirely. Or like when people draw, some people like Darwin Cook would draw Superman like that. He would draw him like with his eyes shut all the time. And I quite like that. Or Brock from Pokemon. It was kind of like that kind of thing is what, And like I wanted it so... Oh, damn it. I wanted it so his... yeah. He was more eyebrows than eyes. Is what I wanted. And he doesn't have a mouth. Well, you do see it occasionally when I have to show it, but really... Because that was a topic of discussion when... Sai was when Sai wrote the script, and I said to him, I've never drawn him with a mouth or changed that like his expressions or anything. And you'll see if you've got a copy of Warrior Klaus, he doesn't change his. It's all got to be his it's the body language, I guess, and stuff like that. And there is some slight subtle hints to changes in emotion and stuff, but really, he doesn't. I wanted to make it so he's consistent. He doesn't really change expressions and stuff. It's kind of what I wanted. You can see it was quite loose when I was when I was coming up with the sketch. I think I might be a bit too loose though, because now I'm sort of like doing what I said I didn't want to do, which is kind of like repairing things as I go. Didn't really want to do that, but never mind, I don't know now, so. Put it here because I keep accidentally getting the wire on my mic. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I get this bit right. Probably once we get back into the colouring stages, I'll probably be more talkative again. I did forget something. I think, if I'm right. Yeah, he's got... Why do I forget that? I nearly always forgot that when I was drawing the comic. There we are. That's better. That's better, guys. No. Thank you, Rob. Yeah. It's BGM. I can't remember what they're called. But I I found out about them on YouTube and I love them. They do all kinds of like jazz and stuff, but they've done yeah, they do like this the Christmas thing. They're like just a live channel on YouTube. But I found them they're also on Apple Music, so that's how I'm listening to them right now. Oh my god. So, you can't see this obviously, but I'm trying to... Oh. The eraser on my stylus has just decided to not work for some reason. That's why sometimes I just suddenly look like I'm drawing like mental lines, but I'm actually not. I'm trying to erase it. It's doing it again. I don't know what has happened. It's just decided not to work, which is very annoying and very embarrassing when I'm trying to do it on a stream. Oh well. I guess that's what's happening then. Hmm. Thank you, Ollie, for the compliment. It's getting there. Yes, exactly. That is the thing with digital. It's like it's weird though. I'm a bit ropey. I haven't done digital in quite some time. I've been so used to drawing with ink lately. So I'm trying to do like this foot. There we go. Trying to do straight lines. You see, there we go. Mm-hmm. Let's increase the size of that a bit. Like that. Didn't like that at all. I have a confession. I've never seen Highlander, Brad. I do want to. Though. Everyone says how good it is. I know I'm the worst. No, I don't like that. Yeah, sure, Rob. We'll watch it. Rob is so as you don't know, Rob and I are are really cool, and we have a little group we call Kaiju Boys, and it's where we are watching. We were. I mean, we sort of got distracted, but we were watching the Godzilla films from my Criterion collection that I've got, the show era stuff, and yeah, we keep getting distracted and watching other things. Because then Matthew Stogden, a friend of ours, he's been on the stream a few times. He ended up joining us as well and became an honorary kaiju boy. And now we just watch whatever, really. Usually it's kaiju, but I haven't done that in a while. But anyway, Rob, yeah, maybe we should watch that instead of kaiju. We'll watch more other stuff. What does his belt look like? What does his belt look like? Oh, I see. He's got one buckle. I know. I have an appalling memory, guys. Like, even with things I've created, I don't remember. Like, you know. Highlander double bill. Oh, is there supposed to be a reboot happening with Henry Cavill? Oh, okay. Nothing against Henry Cavill. I just more like why. Why are we reboot? I mean, I don't know. I hear Highlander's supposed to be very good, so why are you rebooting it? Like I said, never seen it, but I've heard good things. Okay. Got you, Brad. Thank you for the Highlander tips. Maybe in the new year, Rob and I will check it out. I have some little bits of specks and stuff. Make him look a bit bad. I think I want to do a bit more with the face, like a bit like he's been in some brawls and stuff. So we do it like that. I removed that bit from the eye. Oh, I don't like that, actually. Now I've seen it from a distance. What do I do with boots normally? His boots have got something going on. He's got those weird, whatever those are. What was I did there? What is it? Nobody knows. Not even me. I don't know. Right, I think. Oh, I better save it. Oh, just did all this. I didn't even save. What a naughty boy I am. I have that habit too. Oh, I don't want to save a PDF. Try again. I thought it was PSD. Oh. Weird. Oh, that's weird. I've never had it do that before. Is that a new thing? Asking me to do a PDF rather than a PSD. Right. So there you go. That's what I've got so far. Let's do some colour and label it, obviously. And now I'm going to do what I said before, and I'm going to nick it. But I'm going to start with red. Gonna nick it that way. Okay. Here we go. There are probably better ways to colour, but I do it sort of traditional. I see people where they do like, you know, when you see people on Procreate, they do that sort of thing where they're like, where they sort of like, they drop the colour in. I don't know how you, I mean, I don't know if you can do that in Photoshop, but you know. Thank you, Max. Really appreciate that. Yeah, stick around as long as you want to, or you can go whenever you want. It's fine. Just appreciate you coming and even stopping by for a little bit. If you've only just come in and you don't know what this is Warrior Klaus, who is a Warrior Father Christmas, basically, and he's a comic character that I created along with there's a comic written by my friend Simon Holmes, and you can get that on my web store on Etsy. Warrior Klaus the Gift. The store is Ben Allen Inc. That's Inc with a K, much like the YouTube channel or Twitch or however you're watching. But yeah, go check it out. I'm only selling it to the 31st of December, and then once it hits that date, it's gone. Well, I mean, till next year. So you could wait, but I mean, to help me out, you could buy it now. If not, don't worry about it. Just thanks for coming along anyway. I'm not here to sell. I'm just here to draw. So, you know, stick around for that. Oh god. Just had a brain fart. I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, he was originally a character I drew for Christmas cards. I'm saying that. Thing is, the design has changed somewhat. So I keep using this Instagram comic. I might as well get this out while, since there are some people on the stream that don't know this. This is Warrior Klaus the Gift, a little short comic. I'm looking just because I want to check how I've drawn certain things. Oh, I have drawn it like that. It's fine. I had a moment where I thought I drew something wrong, but I didn't. So, shut up, me. It's fine. It's the gloves. I thought I screwed up on the gloves. I mean, yeah, he's technically an original character, Max, but also he's Father Christmas, so technically, I suppose he's not an original creation. Technically. Yeah, I look forward to doing more exploration with him. I have another idea for another comic about him. So yeah, whether I write that myself or ask if Sai wants to do that or someone else, I don't know. We'll see in the future, but I would like to do. I think I'd like to revisit him definitely. Yeah, Rob, he's technically public domain. You know, DC have got a Father Christmas, I believe. What colour is his cape? Oh, I think it's that. It's the same colour as that, I think. Oh, just saw what Ollie put as a... I know you're joking, Ollie, but... Well, I would love a... So I would love for... Because Ollie, he does... check out I Made This, Ollie. He does stop motion stuff. And he does more... Like, he makes the puppets and stuff. Honestly, if there was... Even if you just made the puppet of Klaus, that would be... incredible. One thing I want to do, I have a. So for those who don't know, I do a podcast called Talk Toy to Me, where we talk about toys. I have been talking to sculptors recently about stuff, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't know how much it would cost, but I would be well up for having a Warrior Klaus, just a figurine, even if it's just like, you know, small scale, like a My Monsters in My Pocket or something sort of scale. I would love that for next year, and then have it with the comic or something, or even like a little gift with the comic. I mean, I know it's probably more appealing than the comic itself, but like have it attached to it so you get the comic and a little figure. That's something I want to do, man. So it's funny that you make... Oh, and a stop motion animation would be pretty cool. Very Rankin Bass, do you know what I mean? It's like it fits Christmas, so I like it. I dig it. Kind of not joking. Well, maybe we should talk. Maybe we should talk about it. It'd be very cool. I'd be up for people drawing him and like doing their own interpretations of him, like trying to stick to the character design as much as possible. But I mean, doing it in their own style. I would love that. I would actually really love that. As long as you don't give him eyes, Ollie, that's the thing. I feel well, you could give him eyes if you can work out a way of making it work, and it's still him. But I mean, like as I said, right from the very start of this stream, it's all in his eyebrows, isn't it? He doesn't really have eyes. And I think you animating some eyebrows would be very fun. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, maybe we should talk, Ollie. We'll save this for an off-stream thing. But yeah, I forgot you make toys. This is what I mean. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah, I would really dig that actually. A Warrior Klaus figure would be ace. I know Simon, who wrote the comic, would very much dig that as well. So. And have it like so. What I want to do some more like merchandise as well. So like next year, I'm looking at making wooden Christmas decorations as well. So you have a little decoration of Klaus and stuff as well. I've got pin badges. I do actually have wooden pin badges. They're just not on my Etsy store, and I don't know why. I just haven't put them on there. But I do have them at like when I'm at cons and stuff. Something tells me this won't be quite ready in 15 minutes, but I will do my best. Because we've got a lot of other faff to do. I've still got to do the shading. Yeah. Still got to do the shading. Still got to do the, the background. Although the background is going to be very simple, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Because in Warrior Klaus, I'm going to give you a little trick. Pull the, curtain back just to show you what I do. There isn't a lot of backgrounds in Warrior Klaus. There's just a lot of things that make it look like there's backgrounds. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on this illustration, as you'll see. Oh man, a cloth good cape as well. Ollie, you're killing me. This was talk, and it's so close to Christmas. Get on with it, Ollie. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think for next year, I would be up for doing some more merchandise for him. Like I said, I was also thinking like, I know it's getting confused with car fresheners and stuff like that, but like having it so it's scented as well, the Christmas decoration. But I don't know what you would scent it as, like old smelly man. I don't know. I don't know what that's called, Max, either. That's just me being bad at drawing. No, I just don't tend to do it. Some people just don't. It's just a stylistic choice, and I don't. I really am very and as I've said when I'm doing traditional stuff, because I do ink drawings on here sometimes too. I will like. It has to be confident lines. Whoops, wrong letter. Confident lines over, like if they don't connect, it's not a problem as long as they sort of look like they connect, but the lines themselves have to be confident, and that's kind of what I try and go for, is like, it doesn't matter if they don't connect, because the confidence of the line will be enough. That's not for everybody, but that's what I think of my style. And Jack Kirby was really good at doing this sort of stuff as well. Like his versions of anatomy were just like, sometimes most of the time they're pretty good. I think, Jack Kirby, that'd be quite a spicy statement, but he can draw good. So he was always, like even though he had, like sometimes maybe his anatomy was a bit off in places, he was able to bend the anatomy in a certain way and make it work because he knew what he was doing. And it would just be like a line here or a line there, and that'll do, and that's a knee kind of thing. And you're just like, wow. And that's kind of how I like to approach things, is like you get the gist, basically. Otherwise I'll be here all day. If I'm trying to make things anatomically correct, it'd just be... We'd be here even longer, and already we're running late. What I might do is off air, maybe neaten it up a bit and stuff like that, but just so we can get to the point where you guys have a satisfying conclusion to the stream. I will try and get this done, at least. And then any like neatening up and stuff, I'll do at a later date, ready for Christmas Day, because that's when I'm going to post it. Over on my Instagram and I guess Facebook. I don't really use Twitter anymore, or X. I don't use Twitter because, by the way, they use machine learning on your tweets and any media attached to them. So I'm just like, I'm good now. I'm not gonna post anything on Instagram, basically. Oh, sorry, Twitter. I have a Twitter account, and I'll still post things from time to time. Like I recently put something like, "I thought Godzilla -1 was good." Stuff like that, really. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Ollie just said about Jack Kirby drawing Superman. Yeah, Jack Kirby couldn't draw good-looking people, could he? I'll give him that. He always struggled, didn't he? Everyone looked a bit off. But so did Ditko. You know, Steve Ditko. He was also like, you look at his people, and they always look like they're on the brink of like they're gonna cack themselves or something. They always look like they're on the edge of diarrhea. And they're just weird-looking people. But I love that. I love Ditko. And Kirby. I absolutely adore Kirby. Kirby's like one of my biggest, you know. I was about to say biggest inspiration, but I think anybody who's a cartoonist is probably like, yeah, Jack Kirby's my biggest inspiration. Probably one guy that's like, I actually don't like Jack Kirby, but love superheroes, and you just like, get out. Just get out. You know, you can love what you love, but it's Jack Kirby. It's Jack King Kirby. Oh, Rob, sorry, to answer you, Godzilla -1. Yeah, it was brilliant. Godzilla -1, probably in my top kaiju films, or top Godzilla films, sorry, I should say. Top 3, I'd say. It's brilliant. I was blown away how good it was. Really chuffed with it. Because there was that fear. Because I was like, especially because of the setting. It's set in World War II in Japan. And you're like, oh, okay. Sensitive topic. And it isn't, don't get me wrong, it's not a pleasant film. It's quite sad. But, oh my god, the themes in it and everything, it's brilliant. Brilliant. And there's not even a huge, I would say, like, not as much Godzilla as you might want, but because the characters are so good, it doesn't matter. This is the issue I had with sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but the 2014 Godzilla film, I had issues with it, because I felt like, if you're not going to focus on Godzilla, that's fine, I understand what you're trying to do, but make the characters interesting. And nobody in Godzilla 2014 is interesting except Bryan Cranston, and as we know, he's not in it for very long, so. And I just thought it was dull. I just did not enjoy Godzilla 2014. But this kind of did a similar thing, but actually better. And I actually wanted the characters to... I wanted to see more of the characters. I didn't even mind that I wasn't seeing Godzilla. But yeah. I won't say anything more, guys, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to watch it. Because, I mean, it's brilliant. So I was really, really chuffed with it. Sorry, yeah, going back to... Let's stop talking about Godzilla -1. It's very good. But what Ollie was saying, because I was talking about Kirby and stuff. Anatomy. Yes, I totally agree with that. He's saying about how anatomy is... when you become beholden to anatomy, yeah. I don't think it works all the time. I think especially in terms of cartooning, I don't want to see people... If you can draw anatomy well, fantastic. That's great, obviously. But, like, can you draw... Like... I want to see cool things done in these worlds you're building and stuff. And if you're so beholden to what's real, you kind of don't, you just, you know what I mean? There's some cartoonists that I think that Marvel in particular, Marvel and DC. I'm not just going to throw Marvel under the bus. That's a bit mean. But some of the cartoonists they hire in superhero comics are so focused on making it look like a certain house style, or making it look good. anatomy-wise. I just don't find it interesting sometimes. Each to their own, but I just kind of want, I kind of just want, like, you look at someone like Darwin Cook, right? Or Jack Kirby, or let's think of someone in the industry now. Chris Samney, who I love. He's so good. But again, it's like, it's not... even though he's very good at anatomy, he's sort of like, it's a cartoon style. And he's built it and he has rules established, but it's like, I don't know, it's just... I'm rambling, but what I'm saying is it's just... Yeah, he's very good at, like, he makes lines, and the lines kind of look like things, but they don't look exactly like a knee, or a hand, or whatever. Exactly, Max. Exactly. You can stretch it and do what you need to do with it. Obviously, I mean, I was about to say, you don't want to go over the top, but yeah, you might do. It depends on the style. You might go, mental, and that's totally fine too, as long as it, you might have established certain rules yourself, but, you can also break them if needed. I say all this, I don't have I do have a style, but my rules for that style are constantly changing. We did it last stream. Ollie, remember? He requested I draw the tick, and that was really hard because it was trying to get it to work with my style. It was really, really difficult. I think I got it, but like, yeah, it's still working out what is my rules for certain things. What is my rules, so to speak, with a guy with a huge chin? Like, it's like, yeah, stuff like that. So I'm rambling, guys. It's because I realise we're running out of time, so I'm trying to rush through this. Mm-hmm. Tim Sale was brilliant. Yeah, Tim Sale's brilliant. I met him once at Thought Bubble, and yeah, he was so talented. Grumpy guy, or at least he seemed grumpy when I met him. He was very cold, and he was like, he was signing people's stuff, but it went from like being like this many copies to this many copies to this many copies, and I think it got to the point where I was only allowed to get one thing signed, which is fair enough. It's just his queue was huge, and I got there, and he didn't say a single word to me. And then he did. He said one thing, and that was basically once he gave me the books back. I said, thank you so much, and shook his hand, and he said, get warm. Get warm. That's all he said. Which is funny. I think it's hilarious. With a very much like a face. But he was... But still really nice, because obviously he gave me that time of day, like everybody that time of day. And I think anybody who does that is, you know. But, I don't actually know what the, no, it doesn't say. Okay. I'll just make it brown. Never actually drawn the handle, the hilt, before. As in coloured it, sorry, not drawn it. I've obviously drawn it, I just drew it. What was I saying? Yeah. I think we've had a chat about this before, Ollie, without off air. Ollie was just saying he met Mike Mignola, and so did I. And I presume that was at Thought Bubble, yeah. But I didn't go to the toilet next to him. Sorry, toilet. I didn't pee next to him. Go to the toilet makes it sound like you did a shit next to him. You know what I meant. Oh, I did a poo next to Mike Mignola. Although that would be a great story, wouldn't it? Well, not great. I mean, like, you know, the story is I had a poo next to Mike Mignola. But, you know, you could still be like, oh, I had a poo next to Mike Mignola. That was pretty cool. Oh, in 2007. Okay, no, it wouldn't have been a Thought Bubble. You can't really see it, but at the back there's a signed print from Mike Mignola when he was at Thought Bubble. That would be... If it was 2007, I'd been 17, and I know I definitely wasn't going to Comic-Cons at that point. Didn't even know a Comic-Con was a thing in the UK. Yeah, Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm is supposed to be a grumpy bastard. I wonder if they just sort of like that, you know? Almost like they've adopted that persona. Because they're just like, yeah, go on then, I'll have that. Okay, right. We need to crack on. I'm going to do the shading now. So what I do for the shading is I use a rough sort of, let's go dry media. Yeah, charcoal pencil, that's good. And it's just black. And what I've done is I've highlighted the colour layer. So then I can just go over the sides like this. And it'd help if I made it black. And my light source is going to be over here. But to be fair, I'm really bad with light sources. Especially if I was doing something a bit more, you know, if I planned ahead, maybe I would have, you know, made a conscious effort with having a light source. But I'm not going to really do that too much. There we go. So what I do with the colouring, I use a blending option here as well as a pattern, as you can see here. So this pattern I made ages ago, and it's just traditional ink. So on an A4 page, just splatting a load of ink, just doing awesome stuff, and making it really rough. And then I made it into a texture, and that's what I used. But in this case, just for ease, I'm just going to copy the layer style from this image and plonk it on this new colour layer. And you can see if I go into the patterns and stuff like that, you can do that. You can change the pattern so you can make it more like that. You can see that's the pattern. Like it's like a sort of rough, yeah, A4 inky sort of texture that I made. So another thing I want to add is some line shading, like cross-hatching type thing. So I'll add that too. Almost there, guys. Because like I said, the background is going to be really easy. It's going to seem like I'm cheating a little bit, so I hope you don't feel too cheated out of it. But you'll see. Thank you for coming, by the way, guys. Really appreciate it. Realise I just don't know if I actually thanked you guys, because you could have done anything else on your Monday night, but you're hanging out with me, and I appreciate it. And if you're watching this later, I appreciate you for watching it now, because you didn't have to. You could have watched anything else on YouTube, but I appreciate it that you chose me. Or that you accidentally came across me. Either way, appreciate it. Thank you, Rob. Whoopsie daisy. So I'm rushing this a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So let's get rid of the guide, that's gone. So let me look. So I want this sort of like background here. I can't remember what color it is. So it's that, it's a rectangle. It's kind of like a grey. It's this color. So what I'm going to do is simply this. I said, sorry, you're going to feel a bit cheated, but this is what I did a lot during Warrior Klaus, just because it was easier. Oh, I need to. So there's that. I might put it a bit higher. Yeah, I like that a bit higher there. So then copy the layer style and put it into the rectangle. Oh, there we go, didn't work. If I want to get rid of colour, I want to keep the pattern though. So let's move the pattern to the place like that. Done, done, boom. Lower a bit the opacity a bit like that. There we go. And now, what I'm going to do is simply this. That's too much. Too big. Let's see. Oh, did it wrong. I need this. So let's change it to this. My pen again that I like. So to cover up this, I want him to be in some snow, so I'm going to just do that. We do need to have some snow here and there. That probably works a bit better. So, do it there. I'm not naming my layers, sorry, I'm in a rush. But you'll get the idea what I'm doing. So if we do that, oh, I forgot about. So if we do that, then go back to adding some more. Maybe, Ollie. I don't know, maybe. I do want to do some more Christmas cards with him, but I haven't decided on this. I'm not so sure about this, though. I think there will be a bunch of tweaking once you guys have gone, that I might have to sit and do for a bit. I don't mind doing it. It's just that oh, fuck. I was hoping to get a nice finalized done thing for you, but I mean, you know, I can't do it at the detriment to. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but there's some bits I need to fix on this. But that's fine. That's okay. No problem. So if I do, let's make that so blending options, color. No, I don't want color. I want to. Yeah, I do. God. Yeah, I want to change the blending option because I want the line to be a bit less noticeable. So I'll make it white. There we go. And I think if I do. Let's do that instead. I want him to be deeper in the snow, I think. Whoops. Although, if I do that, you can't really see what. Yeah. That probably won't be bad. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. For your kind words. Just about done, guys. I'm just gonna. A bit of shadow on there, I think. Bit more rough. Oops. now, let's add some snow, mist, fog. Don't know why I'm struggling to think of the word. I think that'll do something like that. What's going on? Why is there a bit of that poking out? That's bad. I don't particularly like. I think that looks bad like that. There we go. No, I might go a bit apeshit and just do this. Oh, hang on. I knew I'd forget. God, can't believe I forgot to do stuff like this. Don't particularly like that. I can't find blending options. There we go. It's a bit too. I think it needs to be darker. Actually, you know what? I think I'll call it there. There we go, guys. I think there's some tweaking I want to do here and there, but I think for now, for the sake of the stream, that'll do. So we have one Warrior Klaus illustration for the very festive stream. So I'm going to sign it, and then I'm going to call it a night, guys. Got an extra half an hour on me, but we got there. You know, like I said, I want to redo some things here and there, but it'll do. Like I said, I'm probably gonna tweak it, so you might see when it goes on socials, it might look a little bit different. But I just want to do some things here and there, maybe something with the background and stuff. But I think for now you have a final illustration. There you are. Right, well, I'm going to head off. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, I don't think there's much to say except hope you all have a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you again. And thanks for joining me. If you want a copy of Warrior Klaus, the gift, it is still available, and it will be available until the 31st of December. But then gone. So if you want to go and check that out, I hope maybe this enticed you. If you don't have a copy, this guy, maybe check him out. Cool. Sorry, I'm quite tired. But yes, honestly, I can't stress enough. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to doing this more in the new year. Not sure what shape it's gonna be in, but yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. Sorry, I've just seen. Oh god, I haven't been looking. Kelfie152 on Twitch. I don't know what that means. He's right there. Sorry, I've only just seen your message, but yeah. Honestly, I'll catch up with the messages later, I guess. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I'm gonna go now. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will look forward to doing this more in the new year. And I'll hopefully you'll join me. Hopefully you'll join me. It's been a blast so far, so I can't wait to do more. Obviously, I won't be doing a stream next Monday because it's Christmas. But it may be a couple of weeks before you see me again. But as soon as everything's calmed down, you got the Christmas and the New Year's out of the way, then I'll be back to streaming. But so for now, guys, take care. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon. I can't stop the stream. Everyone needs to. I hope you're all leaving and not watching me try and get out the stream. For some reason, my mouse doesn't want to work. That's very, very annoying. I'm going to just roll away.